Hello, what's up? I'm making a tutorial on Maya, and let's just say I'm probably not the best person to look at tutorial for. But nonetheless, I will try to teach. So, the reference we will be doing today is a Glock 17. So, go into new one. We go. Now, just saying, this is done, my setup is done poorly. So if you see my arms flailing around on the camera, you know why. Okay, so first thing we gotta learn is how do we move around. So first thing we need to do to move around is hit the Alt key, and then left click makes you go up and down while you're dragging. Right click, you zoom in and out. Of course, you still have to hold the Alt key. The mouse wheel, you move forwards or up and down, left, right. Kind of similar to the left click, except that the mouse wheel moves two-dimensional, or should I just say on the Y and X axis. Very nice for working with something that's has different sides and not wanting to move, look around on the edges. Now that that's done, how do we move to different perspectives? Well, you press space while hovering your mouse over in the direction of the middle of the screen or anywhere within here. So to go in and out, it's space. Just have your mouse or your cursor over the perspective you want to go into. Okay, now we will go into the side view here. And also, if one of these ever disappears, you can click here, and you can find all four. This is the top one, this is front and side. Remember that we're working here. So what you want to do is click this button over here that says view. Go all the way down to image plane. Second last one, and then import image of any image you want. But for the tutorial's sake, you can probably just copy of the image I have. So this is how you find your images. You have to go through whatever files you have and find where you have your images stored. Of course, there you go. Found it. Now, what you want to do is open it, which then brings it into here. And now you have it here. And again, press space to move in and out of these. Go to the 3D perspective. Press Alt, move it by left click and right click, or no, middle mouse button click. And now, to move this image, we're gonna have to press W, which then we get to move it on all the axes. What we want to do is move this a bit back so we have some space to work with. And also, just so if you need to screenshot the image, you can just take a screenshot now while nothing's covering it. Okay, so what we now want to do is go here into the 3D. And if you're still stuck on how to move somehow, it is space. You press space to move in and out. That's very important. You're gonna be doing a lot. So now, what we want to do is put this polygon plane onto here. Now that we've done that, what we want to do is, so here, once you found this, which is on this side, on the channel box layer editor, and then if you look down, there's this. Then you go click here, you put 0, and put 0 on the other one. Now it's just one singular form. Now, how do we get it to, like, fit the shape of that? Well, first, we're gonna have to use the rotate tool, which you press E to use. Now, you can use this to move it to exactly how you want it, which would be 90 degrees. As you can see, unless you have like snapping on, you have 90 degrees 0.293, which I just find it easier to click straight onto here and type 90. Now that we've done that, we have this. Now, what this is actually going to be is our drawing surface, because we'll be drawing this in 2D, then making it 3D by following all the lines and such. Now, we have to make sure this fits the entirety of this, so it's covering it all. Now, you just press R. Now, we scale it, and to see it better, we can go here and scale it like this. Now, here you can see something, which is this image, which is blocking the panel here. You probably figured out why, and that's because I moved it on the wrong side. Very common mistake in my part. I just switch sides. Simple as that. Then it was the rotate tool, and then you flip it again. And then you put -90. That's the reverse. Now it should. Yes, here you see. Now it's light on that side instead of dark like it was. Okay. So now we have to make this one disappear. Not delete it. We're gonna use layers to make it a live surface and draw on. So first with this, you can press Q to deselect all tools. It's a fancy cool tool to use. There you go. Now I've got the G-force gone. Now let's get back into it. So what we want to do is have this selected, then press this icon with a flat surface and a plus. That creates a layer. With that layer, we're going to press this twice, and then this one, we're going to press another layer. We're going to press once. There you go. That should be VPR, and that should be VPT. Now, to add these to it, add selected objects. There, now we have that. And the second one, we go click here. Just click here to make sure that you have nothing else but that one selected. And then you add selected objects. As you can see, I put this wrong settings. So layer 1 should be R, and layer 2 should be T. Now when you click off it, you can't click these images. And this is a good thing, because you can't, it won't get in your way. And once that is done, we can go ahead and head over to 2D perspective. Now we go layer 2, select objects, and now we want to make it a live surface, which is this button over here. Once we've done that, we are able to draw on it. So now we can do this funny little thing, which is this here, quadrat tool. The quadrat tool, you can click here, and then just make a bunch of points. And it's to get rid of them, if you did try test it out, it's Control Z. And to make it a polygon, we make a square, then press Shift, then left click. Now we can move this across and everything. Now, how would that look in 3D, you may wonder? Well, this is what it looks like. But it is not a full polygon just yet. First, you have to press Q. And now it is a polygon. Now you can move it around, sideways, up, down. You cannot move it forwards. That is because we have live surface on, which makes it only able to move on this grid. On this, or not grid, I mean, this surface that this is on. But now, we can go ahead and delete this. And now I have deleted it. If you did do that, and you're struggling to delete it, which I just did, basically, all I did to delete it was right click while I had it selected, then I went to object mode, then I just had it like that, and pressed backspace, and that deleted it. If you had that problem, do as I said. Now, we can start tracing the image. We will be setting this into different parts of this. So for example, this part over here. What do we want to trace here, you may wonder? Well, we see this line here. This is where we're going to trace. Might wonder why don't we start here, but that's because this is a magazine. Goes underneath, and there will be its own a department. So after we've been able to probably do to about here, that's when we can start actually doing this part. So let's start tracing the image. Okay, as you see, around these edges here, I add more to it than I did before. But there is a mistake I did, which is not adding enough here. Now, if you're like me, you might be counting these. So I'll give a second to count them. There you go. Should be enough time for you to pause it as well. Now, we have to make sure all of these are square that we make. For some reason, five edges are bad. Can be okay sometimes, but for some reason, I just don't quite understand for myself why it's bad. But try to keep the few amount as possible of five edges. And by the way, you may have seen in me tweaking around with these. I don't know if I explained it, but probably didn't. So basically, to move this, you press the middle mouse button, and then you move these, which will become vertexes. And with that, you can also do the same for an entire edge, which is very neat. Now, all you have to do is continue making these all the way over to the edge. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Think, yep. But I think I want to do this instead. And go, and here. Now we've done a little bit of the bottom. We can go ahead and continue all the way up to here, I'd say. And then we'll make this part. Or actually, wait, no. I think, yeah. So we will make this entire part itself, and then we will, while we do that, we will define areas around here, which will then become entrance points for this outsticking part, which is the trigger part. But that'll be a while, because this is something that takes a while. Something I've learned is you just have to have patience with this. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. But that's also what's great about it. You have to learn to pick yourself up and try again. Starts there, so I think I want there, 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 there. Then again. So, I'll explain what I will be doing here. So these are here for when later on we will make this 3D. So this will extend to the other direction, and then we will try to curve it to follow along the lines here. So this will go that way, and then so on. And then that'll again happen here, and also here. Okay. So if you've forgotten, and you're very lost, which you might be, I was very lost when I tried to learn this, so just making sure everyone's following along right. To make these again, all you have to do is make a square, or have these close. Then this one counts as one, this one counts as one, and this one counts as one, and that one counts as one. And then you can press Shift and click. And you have one polygon, or almost done polygon. Now, to define more detail, like the bend here, we want more of these vertexes. Now, just continue this, which I'll probably cut the process out just to save some time. But just so you know, I will continue this and cut back to when I get to the points that you probably won't know where is. Or where you will place them, I mean. So then, I will see you when I get there. Okay, so now I'm back. I still have a bit to go, but I thought it would be nice to show how this is done. So now we just get this over here, click, and make more to make sure that we have got it correct. Now what I'm doing might not be correct at all, but that we're going just have to see and hope. I'm confident we can get this into a 3D mode, at least. More than that, you might have to go watch some other tutorials on how to do 3Ds and details. And now I will cut it back over to when we get to a new part. Okay, so here you can see this little, like, what seems to be a gap. I don't know what that would be used for, but for the sake of this video, and to save some time, I think the best course of option would just be to completely ignore it. So, and how to ignore it is simply just keep going. Go, and that is finished. Now we have that part finished. It is time to finally press Q. Now, we run into a little problem here, which is we can't see the image. And I certainly do like to see the image when I'm working with it. So to fix that, we can go to Shading, and then we can go to this, which is X-ray, which will only make this exact perspective right down here. This one will only be X-ray, so on here, it will be and you can move around with, and space is not the move. Right there. Now we have the bottom part done. Now, the lines are a bit squiggly and a bit weird. So, that is something we will fix now. To do that, and also remember, if someone skipped ahead and something, it is space to move around between here. I have no idea if that's something someone would miss, but just in case. Yeah, there you go. I have to click on it and then have W key selected. The move tool selected, I mean. That's done. Now what we want to do is go to object mode, then vertex, then then we want to select all of these. And how to do what I just did is you click one here, and then you double click on this one. You have that one selected, then you shift click this one twice. You shift click twice. Or shift left click twice. From there, you can. Okay, first, we're gonna make sure that this goes the correct way. So we're going to move this down here. And to move it, we're gonna press D. D as in dog. So you move it, and then you press R, the scale tool. You can rotate it with the E tool when you've clicked D. And you slide this in. Now it's looking a little bit better besides from that. So now we take the rotate tool and rotate it into place. Then move it. Then we take this one and do the exact same. Oh, that selected all the ones around, so then I will do this. Yeah. Okay. And now you do the exact same thing. R for the scale. And then E to rotate. Move it along however you please. It's all up to you, how you see how it should be. And to quickly click, like I do, it's shift, double click on the next one. So click this one and then hold shift and double click on the next one. That will select this all, but if it does select absolutely everything, then just click through them all, or try and click if double click this one instead, while also having this one selected first. Now we just want to continue along with this. There you go. And now that that's the final one that's done, I just gotta double check that this is following the line. That's good. It is. Now here I might this might be some good news for some people, but some bad news for others. We also have to do the exact same with the ones that go downwards. Now that's complete. Now it looks better, I hope. I'm not exactly professional, so to me this looks better. To others, it might looks worse. Who knows? Now to the next part. which I'm still trying to figure out what it should be. What I think it should be is making this 3D now, because this is going to be an entirely different part, which will eventually merge. Same with this part. Or maybe not. No, it won't be a different part, no. Okay, so down here, I just realized we need to have that one there. So if I just take this, move it to the side, I should be able to just rotate it. Yep, there we go. That might look worse now, but at least we can continue, which is the point. So with that, I hope I haven't made a mistake, but here's the thing. We're going to be, from there, going to make lines across here to make the magazine. Okay, so now we press space to move in and out here. Then we go to 3D perspective. It's already looking kind of like a gun, just more on the paper size. By that I mean 2D. Now we're going to be getting into the part of making it 3D, which is probably the hardest part here. So, to make it 3D, I think what I will do is first I have to click this to make make a live surface disabled. Here we go, and to make this 3D, we're gonna first have to move these parts a little bit out. So we just do this. First, click this vertex, and then double click that one down there. Or it could be possible to shift double click this one, which then, by the way, if you have live surface enabled, this will not work. So as long as you have it disabled, it should come out like this. This is by far one of the first mistakes I made while learning this. Now that is a little bit out. And then we just go to the next one, do it again. We're going to take this all and mirror it over to the other side. And hopefully what we get is not a gap there. So we go to object mode, right click and object mode, or hold right click, I mean. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. Now we want to modify, freeze transformations, which is up here, all the way up here. Then we click Control D, then we grab the scale tool on R, and we can see that moves. Now, you may wonder how do you exactly mirror it? Well, you could either try and hit -1, or you could just go here and type it in. Pretty simple. Now, as you can see up here, There's clearly something missing. There's a gap. So what I say to that is, I think we just undo. So make sure the duplicate is gone down here. It says undo duplicate. So now we fix that by simply to object mode, or no, vertex mode. Again, here to layer 2, select object. Oh, hold on. Making mistakes. Object modes, there, and select there. Now that's not selected at all. Now we can make it live surface again. Deselect that. Now select this vertex and try to move it. It should send it straight to where it should be. This should look better, I hope. I pray. Deselect it. There, I have finally completed it. So now, undo the live here and, oh, go, vertex, here, there, and boom. Should have worked, but it never does. You think something's gonna work, but it's never going to. It's because you were thinking it. There. That should be good. Now, before we move on, let's get this set up. So, for us to be able to do this, we just grab them all, and then we move them slightly to the side. I think that should be good enough. Might be too much. Just to make sure, let's just do object mode. Object mode. Control D. Modify. Hold on. Select them all. Modify freeze transformations. Take one. Then move to the other side. -1. Go. Like me, my English keyboard. Don't know how it changed, but now we're good. Yes, that seems to be good enough for us. Now that we've done that, let's actually get to making it. Everything seems to be fine, actually. So that was a lucky shot here. There's no specifics, so just eyeball it. Do it as you dream. You take this all, and you have to left shift, right click, hold. Go down to combine. Now it is one object. Now we go to edit, delete all by type, and I need to find history. There you go. And now we can continue. Continue with this part. Now we grab vertexes. Let's see where this begins. Which one is that? Oh, I did the wrong one. That. Okay. I think what I want to do there is actually take these. Oh, wait, hold on. Take this one, move it up. Oh, very close to that one. Basically, try to get into it if possible. Then we just do this. Now that did mess up this line, but in the end, it's worth it. So now we don't have that problem here. It also defines a kind of nice area here for the square part. And that also reminds me, we also need to do the same over here. You're wondering where that is? This is the gun. That's up here. Oh, here, I mean. Now, oh, hold on. Oh. Ah, right. Right. So before we do anything else, this might have messed up something. I have no idea if it did. But enjoy. We're gonna have to merge the. Oh wait, hold on. There you go. Now, edit mesh all the way up here by modify display windows mesh and edit mesh. We have to merge it. Oh, I almost forgot that as well. You have to be in object mode for this, and then select it, edit mesh, and merge. Now 0.01 should be good. You can also mess around with it, just test a bit, and come back. I don't know what you prefer to do, but that's up to you. So back to this vertex. Take this one, move it all the way up here. Then we take this and we simply. Oh, that should almost be good enough actually. Let's just do that and then do that. Now we have a square part there as well. Perfect for our next part. So what we want to do is take all of these. Now that we have that, we want to. Oh, my bad. We're not supposed to do vertexes right now. We're supposed to do edge. Now we just select all the edges here. Now that that's done, we should be able to extrude like normal. Yes. Click this thing. And then we can do this, which is what we want. Which I think we can just click 0 here and it'll be exactly perfect. There we go. Now we have that part. This part was just messed with, but I don't think it caused any problems as it was just a single thing. Which could also cause a lot of problems. But I don't think it will. Checking around. Nope, seems fine. Okay, now for the fun part, which is. Oh, there's a thingy here. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do than to just try it. What we want to do is grab these. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's just deselect everything. Object mode, deselect, select the object, modify. And then we want to freeze transmissions just in case, edit mesh, and merge. There you go. Now remember, Control S. But now we can go on to the next part. So now we grab this, vertexes. Oh, hold on. Edges, I mean. Then we grab this. Then we extrude. Then treat like this. Grab this. Go here. Or, oh, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna move it like that anyway. Now as you can see, it's all black on that side, which is no problem. You just shift right click, and then I need to first deselect everything, object mode, deselect, then select it again because you have to click faces. There. Shift right, hold right click and hold shift, then reverse normals. That should make it good now. That one too seems to be messed up, so it's normals, reverse normals. This is something I learned recently because this is a very common thing that I've been having to deal with. And I've just realized that I need to, just because I don't want to make the mistake more, I will select all of these. Then that one will be done separately. Now I have everything selected that I need. Now that we've done that, let's just extrude the edge, put this in the middle. Then, as you can see, very common, happens pretty much all the time as you extrude. Why? I don't know. It just does. Has a mind of its own. Here we go. Up. Move. Up there. There you go. Now we can move this one. Whoa. Oh, right. Let's see. Oh, that. To get more of a definition, let's get both of those a little bit back and then extrude once again. Okay, now I fixed that. Now I will extrude once again. Or before I extrude, okay, so basically what I've been doing is I've been making these along here, which is just extruding, then making it that thing to center. I can still show you right now, which is, oh, wrong one, here. And I just select edges on that. There. Then I extrude edge, press this, which is the one I was mentioning with the center. Then I can move this along. Now this will just move along nicely. All we have to do is extrude edge once again, then get to this point where we rotate it a bit. Extrude edge. Now you may be noticing that, which is no problem at all. All we have to do is select, and extrude edge, center, and we move this like that. As you can see, that one number up here is moving. We can put that to 0. Now that is closed. And you can also do the same over here if you haven't done that. Okay, so basically what I've done now is I have selected all these. So now what I will do now is this, which it is not, which is I'm assuming is because I never did that. Now I can do this. Yes. So now, oh, that selected all that. Still did. Okay. Now here's something we can do to make this um, hook up. So let's just, oh, I forgot. We have to go to vertex. Get these. One. Move that one. Or move these actually. Over here. Same with that one. Move these over here. We can move that there. And then we check how it looks. That looks completely fine to me. Or hold on. I was looking at the wrong spot. No, that looks exactly fine to me. Now we do it again. But over here. Get them all up. Scale them into each other. And that's done. Now that is done. Now we do have this part, which is those black parts and this little open area, which I will cut out because by now you probably know. Okay, so now we have done that. We will now move on to the trigger, which will be the exact same really. Remember, we have to select these two down here as well, the between here. When you've done that, you can go to the 2D to check out how far you need to go, which your answer is that these. Just follow along that. You should be fine. And you select the other side as well. You extrude. Then you can move that out of the way because everything's fine there. Move it down. A little bit closer. Look, it even bends for us. It's kind of neat. Now we just select a bunch of these again and revert them all. It's better to just have them all selected and revert at the same time because then you don't have to do as much work by doing every single one at a time. Oh, it seems I changed my keyboard language. We've got the bottom part almost done. It's just the magazine left. And then we just gotta do this front bit, which we might as well just do now because it's a simple bit. Now we have to make sure that that is at 0 exactly. So this one here is at 0, I think. Make sure. Yeah, there you go. And now we have that done. That may be a bit further than that's supposed to be. Therefore, we just grab vertex, we take these, and we move it to how it should be. Now we have more of a gun than we did from the start. So now, you can take a look and smooth preview if you want. Remember to have it selected on object mode. Oh, problem encountered. It would seem we have a bit of a problem. Why that is so square, I don't exactly know. stays square too. Well, that is no problem. I don't exactly have time to fix any of this. I just gotta push on forward. But you might have ended up with something different, and maybe not this. Maybe you ended up with something worse or something better. Hopefully better. Okay, now I just need to check. I need to find out where object mode here. So there and there. Okay, I got this. Now, oh, edge and all the edges. And once again, for like the 150th time, extrude. Let's put that to center. And then we put, I'd say, put it about, hold on. So the magazine will be around that big probably. So then we do that. Now we just make sure we save. Then edit mesh, merge. Seems we have an error because I don't have object mode selected. So there you go. Still looks bad. Makes sense. I made it. But it's starting to look like a gun, which is the point. Now back to first preview. Now I will be making the magazine. So, ooh, wrong one. Edge, all the way around. Extrude. Now extrude. I put that to center. Now instead of making it just go down now, I will actually go to the 3D perspective. And then I will take it a bit sideways if possible. Oh, I forgot. I need to put it to center. Now that that's done, move a little bit more. There you go. I again extrude down. Everything is done except for the top. Now let's get on to the top. I don't think I will be doing the details this time. I might do the details some other time. Okay. Now we want to go back to 2D layer. And then we want to take this, move it down. As you can see, the translate Y is moving. Therefore, we can put that to 0 when we need to put it back up again, and then it will go straight to where it was. Now, we will start the top part. Now we have that barrel part. Now, how I'm going to do that is quite simple. I am going to go here, layer 2. Oh, first deselect everything, object, Q, make sure nothing's selected. Then layer 2, select object, plane live, and now draw on it. Just follow along nicely. Okay, that's done. Now we just have that. Now press Q, and you have that done. Now these two objects, you can move down after disabling the make live, or the drawing surface basically. So we move it down, try to move it down. Now we can move it down. There you go. Okay, so now for this part, we grab the barrel, which we then press right click, hold vertex, and we find the center of it. But it would seem that I may have made a mistake by not making a center. So, but it's not really needed. It's just a helpful guideline. Okay, so if you follow the steps, even though I didn't say anything, just move it and try and make it as circular as possible. Don't need to make it perfect because we have something specific for that. So now that we've got that, we do this. We make a copy and we modify freeze transmissions. And we press R, scale it to the other side to -1. That seems I have a Norwegian keyboard again. So now we got it to the correct size, which we have this tool or thing. The circularize. It will make everything circularized, which is perfect for making barrels or pipes or anything that's circular. So how it works is basically we grab these two objects, but first we have to combine them. So we combine, we merge the mesh, we edit, and we delete all by type, history. Now that's all the history for us. Anyways, so then we go to vertex, or no, edge. We grab all the edges, circularize, then we grab all the or all the other ones, and then we circularize. And we have a sort of circle here. Now we grab these two, just smush them down like that. And in case, we also do that. Smush, 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 smush. Oh, I selected that by accident. and we bring the gun up. Translation Y, 0, give it up. And there we go. We have a gun. There we have it. We have a Glock 17. I'm sure I made lots of mistakes. I already know it, but hopefully you learned anything from this. Maybe fixing a bunch of mistakes. That's still learning something. You're going to be making lots of mistakes, and okay, well, that is it. Hope you enjoyed